wins. Reggie's got it away, and Finucane had scored for Canterbury. 5 metres out from the line, Canterbury. Ennis goes to Finucane, and he reaches out and puts the ball over the line.
Smith dabs it into the end goal for Dale Finucane.
Putting in a kick. A tester for Valamay again. Batted back there. Into the hands of Finucane, who's going to score a try. But more pressure on the Bulldogs' defence here as Brayley goes searching, and now Finucane breaks out of a tackle. Can he slip it away to Wilton?
Right, Dale from Bega to all the way here for 250.
Yeah, I know, it's quite surreal. It does feel like it's come around fast, albeit 13 years later. Yeah, it's a real feeling given that probably it's against the club that I debuted at as well, but I feel like it's probably something I'll reflect on more once my career's finished.
15, Finucane with the ball. Oh, look at that for a driving tackle by Dale Finucane in jumper 15.
I've been lucky enough to be at 3 different clubs over the course of my career, and there's a handful of guys that stand out to me. Obviously Michael Ennis was the captain of the Bulldogs when I first started there, and James Graham was a key figure there as well. And obviously coming here and playing under Wade Graham, there's a fair few leaders there that I've had the opportunity to learn under and pick and choose parts of their game, both from a playing point of view and from a leadership point of view. So it's probably been the biggest area and thing that I've learnt over my career from a number of different players.
And Matty Scott will get them going again. Runs into some contact.
I think as a youngster, I was a lot more frantic.
Gee, what a tackle coming in hard on him was the 15, Finucane.
I guess I've calmed a bit over that period of time, over the course of the 13 years of playing first grade, and don't get me wrong, I've still got improvement, I guess, in demeanour and way that you sort of deliver messages sometimes. It's, like I said before, learning from the leaders that I've played under. The best leaders that I've played with have had the ability to, they've had a calm demeanour about them, no matter what's happening in the game, or whether you're down on the scoreboard or something's happened to you on the field. They've just got that ability to remain calm and steady the ship, I guess, with the group. So that's probably something that I guess I've developed over the course of the 13 years.
Ennis again, and Graham, the unstoppable man. James Graham has scored.
And I know it's quite hard, it's like picking your favourite child in moments like this, but do you have a game that really was a sort of a turning point or a love game that you love thinking over and watching back?
Oh, it's hard to pinpoint one in my career. Prior to the 2017 game, we had Richie McCall come and speak to us, who was the previous captain for the All Blacks, and one of the bits of advice that he gave to our whole group was around being present and taking everything in, because I was guilty of, for the Bulldogs when we played in 2012 and 2014, to be honest, I don't really have any memories, very limited memories of those games, and probably that advice that he gave to us was actually taking in the anthem and looking around at the crowd and finding where your family is sitting and sort of making eye contact. And I was probably more mindful in that game to take everything in and be more present, and I'm glad he gave that advice, because I actually do have more fond memories of that game. And there's a particular moment I remember in that game where the game had been won, and I think there was a scrum that was going down at about the 76th minute or something, and myself and Jesse Bromwich sort of took a moment before we were getting to the scrum, just sort of held each other in excitement that we'd sort of won the game and it couldn't be lost. And I think Billy Slater still came to us and he sort of said, "Settle down, boys, like the game's not over." But we knew at that point that it couldn't be lost, and that was probably a moment where I reflect on knowing that we'd won the game and it couldn't be taken away at that point. So it's probably one of the games that I reflect on the most.
Knowing that and how present you've been told to be, running out, home ground advantage, playing for the Sharks, 250, what do you think will be going through your mind as you head out through the tunnel?
Similar sort of thing, probably just to take everything in, and as I said, I'll probably reflect more on the game once my career's over. I'm very excited, obviously, to be playing our first home game here, and as I said, the proud moment, I guess, will be walking out with my 2 boys and having my family there. Is a moment that I'm really proud of, and something that they'll be able to remember and reflect on once my career's said and done at the end of the day. And obviously we've got Cam McInnes's 50th Shark game as well, so wanting to celebrate that milestone and win that for him as well, because he's such an important part of our club. So I feel like just hopefully having a good win at the end of the day and reflecting on those milestones after the game.
So what you're saying is we've got plenty more to see still of Dale?
Well, yeah, I've got the next couple of years to run on my contract, so yeah, my body's feeling good and I'm still very passionate about playing, so very excited for what's to come.